Hold up. They know the money is coming to go. So what?
What's going on, people? Welcome back. Tony Television. This is your boy Tony, the one and only. You may hear my dog in the background. She's pissed off right now, so she's not gonna have any good things to say. Today I want to talk about what happened on No Jumper. What happened recently, Adam22 fired Lush. After he fired Lush, Lush went to Reddit talking shit about AD and about the whole staff, actually, how much Adam was paying them. And Adam actually told Lush all of this shit, told him secrets that he never told AD or anyone else. And of course, AD felt some kind of a way, so he stepped away. After he stepped away, Trell stepped away, and the whole staff right now is dismembered. And they were on academics, and Act and Sharp went at it, and that was very interesting content. But what I want to talk about is this, okay? Adam22, AD was, I listened to him in academics, and academics tell him where he went wrong. And me being the guy, I'm going to tell you, yes, academics is right. First of all, when you step into business, it's just business. No matter if it's with black, white, whatever, whoever, business is business. But yes, black people, especially coming from the hood and fresh into business, we have a habit of being a little bit more personable with business. If I don't like you, I'm not going to do business with you. If I don't like what you stand for, I'm not going to do business with you. That's the hood black way of doing business, you know what I mean? And other stipulations as well. But in the corporate world of doing business, it doesn't matter if they like you or not. They can hate your guts. But if they see that you're going to make $2.5 million for the company, then yes, they're gonna front you $600,000 up front, regardless if they hate you. Kanye West is a prime example of that. They can't stand Kanye West, but they're gonna continue to give him billions because he's gonna generate billions. His name is gonna generate billions. His brand is gonna generate billions. So the situation that happened there, AD was looking at Adam more like a friend, a homie, or someone, I went all out for. When 100 Mexicans pulled up, I was there for you. I was ready to go all out. And Adam's looking at it like, well, so? And, right? So AD is shocked. He was shocked. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? This ain't how homies do it. Well, academics is right. This is all business. And besides that, AD is like the supreme white man. He's not, look, I have white friends. One of my homies, one of my best friends for the last 10 years is an Italian man. But, here's the difference. He was in the hood with niggas. He sold crack when niggas was selling crack. He shot niggas. He been shot by niggas. He fought a lot of niggas. He did a lot of time with niggas, right? So he's not the type to fold, snitch, run away, tuck his tail, or to talk behind your back and not be able to tell you to your face. Foxy, I told you, my dog is, okay, hold on. Foxy. She gets like that every time someone walks past. So when someone walks past, I keep her on edge, so her attitude, she's a beast. But anyway, someone who has not done time with niggas is not going to do time for niggas. Someone who has not done crime with niggas is not going to do crime for niggas. Adam22 is like the perfect white man who, I don't know how he grew up, if he grew up privileged or not, or if he worked his way to the position that he's in. The fact is, somewhere down the line, he learned that he was privileged, okay? And he uses it completely to his advantage. He takes no accountability when he does his employees wrong. He takes no accountability when he does anyone wrong for that matter, okay? And that's just typical white man shit right there, you know what I mean? But when you grow up in the hood, there's a difference. Because when you grow up around niggas, we make you take accountability. We knock on your door saying, nigga, look, we got to fight. We got to get this over with. You know what I'm saying? You playing games. You're not going to be able to go to school or to the playground unless we confront this situation. So that's how it's done in the hood. Now, I look at it like they were expecting Adam to either understand that's how it's done in the hood or to act like that's how it's done in the hood, to be a part of how it's done in the hood. And what I think they misunderstood was Adam because they see Adam around the hip hop. They see him around so much hip hop, they feel like, hey, he's one of us. But Adam is truly the white guy who's risking it and being around hip hoppers so that he can make a profit. He doesn't give a fuck about hip hop. If he did, he'd be at the old school shows. He'd be helping donate to hip hop foundations. He'd do anything besides make money off of hip hoppers. Okay, in regards to contribution. So look, the guy looks like, the person that he interviewed. I don't know how physically, but he just looks like he's the neo-Nazi here. You know what I mean? But he actually interviewed a neo-Nazi on his platform. That's what pissed AD off completely, okay? Adam brought a neo-Nazi on who has a history of screwing up black people's lives, ruined a black woman's life. I think some type of physical accident or something. Not accident, but physical altercation, ruined her life. He's a supreme white supremacist, you know what I mean? One who really stands for that and that alone. So that's something that AD felt like, look, man, on this platform that was built by black people, mainly as of recent anyway, and hip hoppers, why would you have someone who's so against us? Now, granted, you're a white man, Adam, so he's on your side, but 90% of you're the only one that looks like you. Everyone else looks like me or close to it. So why would you bring him on to give him a platform in order to expand his brand when his brand goes against what your team, who your team is, what your team stands for, how your team look, how your team talks? Well, Adam, of course, answering, well, it's my platform, I decided to interview him and blah, 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 blah. To me, Adam is the typical white man who will use black people to get to where he want to get, and then you will see him switch up to be the white man that he always wanted to be or already is behind closed doors. Adam looks perfectly, I don't know him personally, and I could be all the way left field here, but he looks like the white guy who loves to go hunting and doing all of these white man things, okay? Now, granted, he works with niggas and he hip-hop talk with niggas, but on his time off, after his porno flicks, of course, he's probably hunting and doing a bunch of white boy shit, hiking and hunting and camping, and that's not to say that black people don't do these things, but more so white people get a kick out of doing these things than black people, okay? We're not really in the business of going somewhere to take ourselves off the earth with a higher percentage of a chance than should be, okay? In other words, we're cool with sitting home or sitting in the hood. A lot of them just have to go out and adventure and do wild shit in order to get some type of satisfaction out of life or rush or momentum. He looks like that type of a guy, okay? It's probably how he got into porno and all of that. But I'm not really shocked at Adam 22 being the man that he is, being the supreme white man. This is my platform, and this was just business, and this had nothing to, my decision to do that had nothing to do with you guys. Now, that's the ugly side of it. You know the most beautiful side of this is? The most beautiful side of this is these niggas now are bosses, independent, already have a following, making money already on their own channels, and now they can go on to grow past Adam. They can. And they will, okay? And they will. I love to see black men, or men in general, but especially black men whom I can resonate with a little bit more. In case you haven't noticed, I'm black. I love to see black men get into a position of a boss position, because let me tell you, I've been a boss for a long time now, and thank God for it. I do. And there's nothing like it. There's nothing more valuable than being a boss, especially to a black man in America, given the history of us always having to answer to them, kiss their ass, go to court to them. Everything is to them. Go to work for them. So when you finally get control of your life or your financial situation, where you can sleep all day if you want to. You could, go to work for 3-4 hours and then go fucking fishing the rest of the day if you want to. Just being a boss enables you to have that freedom in life, which working for them you can't really get that. You know what I mean? And being an employee in general, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like I saw that Academics and Sharp was going through this thing about employee. I'm not an employee, and don't call me an employee. I got a contract. There's nothing wrong with being an employee. I was an employee for years, up until I became a boss. Would I go back to be an employee? Yeah, sure I would. I would do Uber on the side. I'd do Lyft on the side. I'd be an employee for them. Even though I'm contracted, I'd be an employee for them. They'd be paying me. So there's nothing wrong with that. If it benefits you in your situation and it doesn't compromise your boss movement that you have going on, then there's nothing wrong with taking that extra money on the side. But anyways, it was hilarious watching Sharp and Academics go at it because they actually made $100,000 bet that Sharp is an employee, and Sharp, it was hilarious. You got to go and just watch the content, okay? The reason I do like what Sharp is doing is because he understands the value of Academics. Academics is, he's top of the totem pole for the representation of what currently goes on today on YouTube, podcasting, broadcasting, whatever. He's top tier. He showed everybody how to do it. He laid it down, right? He laid the whole blueprint down. So what Sharp is doing is getting a lot of talk time with Academics by prolonging it, by beefing, right? Because everyone knows Academics is like the king arguer. You know what I mean? No one can beat him. And, it's him and Whack 100 are like, hit neck and neck. But no one can beat him in, a nice debate online anyway when it comes to music and entertainment and things like that. But Sharp is, instead of just answering the question and saying, yeah, Act, you right, or no, Act, that only gives you about 5 seconds of airtime with him. If you beef with him and he goes in and you go in and then you guys start going back and forth, now you get a good 15 minutes, half hour to an hour, depending on how deep it gets and how far. And now this is more content with you involved that's going to be spread around the whole internet because of who Ack is and his status on the internet. And people that have never heard of you are now going to. So I'm pretty sure today that Sharp got a lot more followers off of beefing with Ack online than he would have just answering Ack's questions and confiding in whatever it is that Ack was saying. So I really like what Sharp did. That was a strategic move. I'm pretty sure it helped him grow today alone in fans or whatever have you. But overall, I'm very happy for these black men or these men in general because there was other people that left as well. Lush. I'm very happy for these people because now they can grow their own platforms, be their own bosses. Whatever Adam 22 is doing, you can do and do better and improve it. And I think that they have great starts right now. You got to remember when Adam started, he started, like the regular channel, no followers, nobody, and had to build everything up. With these guys, they're at least starting now with a following, with the damn near, I want to say the whole world, but a high percentage of the hip hop culture listening to them and already fans of their content, I want to say. So congratulations to those guys, AD, Trell, who else left? Lush, few other people out over there that left. I believe Almighty's still there. I think Waco is still there, or Flacco. I call him Waco. Flacco is still there. And Sharp is still there. But nonetheless, once again, Adam 22, this was to be expected. Definitely the type of guy that comes across to me is not a hip hopper. He doesn't come across to me like my white friends, okay? And I'm not talking about the white people I do business with, my white friends who have done prison time, crime, sold shit in the streets around niggas. They understand the consequences to their actions and they're willing to face these consequences to their actions. That's what you learn in the hood. one of the things you learn in the hood anyway. But anyway, this is your boy Tony. Just wanted to touch on it real quick in regards to what's going on over there in No Jumper. If there's any update that I need to update you on, you will be updated by Tony. We gone.
Stand on top like I'm King Kong. Paddle niggas like a ping pong. Run my block like I'm King Von.